Hello there! Hope y'all are well. Welcome back to Moonsong Stables. It's your girl, Courtney. Click that subscribe button and join the barn family, and let's get into the video. So I'm so glad y'all are joining me today. I'm actually super excited about what is about to happen. So I am currently looking for my next Western Pleasure show horse prospect. This is something that I have been dreaming of and wanting for years. I finally saved up enough money. I sold a couple of my foals and it's about to happen. So we are gonna go to a farm that is about a solid 3 hours away. There is a trainer, a really big Western Pleasure trainer in the area that has about 4 horses for me to look at. So I personally absolutely love roans. So this trainer and breeder kind of specializes in roans. That's like their main focus. So I believe at least 2 or 3 out of the 4 are roans. So we are gonna go find out. I have my chaps on, I have my boots and spurs, I'm set ready to go. I will see you guys there. Okay, so this trainer is basically a friend of mine. We have shown for a couple years together. He had to run out and go give an off-property lesson to a client of his, so he did leave all of the horses that I am to look at today tacked up in their stalls. So I can just kind of go down the line, ride them as I please, and decide which horse I would like to take home. First, we have this gorgeous girl called Strawberry, and as you can see, she is a strawberry roan or a red roan. He did say she is about 15 to 9 years old. She is completely broke and finished and ready to show, so she wouldn't take a whole lot of prep work before shows other than to just keep her fit and in shape. So we're going to go ahead and hop on and take her out into the arena and see how she goes. This is actually a very active barn, so there's a lot of boarders that board here, so there's going to be other horses in the arena with us. But let's go ahead and get started here and see what we have. She is very calm and relaxed, just kind of acting like she's a been there, done that type, which is what he said she was. He has been in the business for basically longer than I have been alive, so I do feel like he knows what he's talking about. But yeah, just super calm. I like her low headset. I really don't have a ton of contact on her mouth. He said when he's just working her, he only rides her in a bosal. He doesn't bother putting a bit in her mouth. So we're gonna go ahead and ask for her to change direction. I would like her to pivot. Very nice pivot. Okay, we're gonna right leg yield and pivot to the other side. She listens to my leg very well. We're gonna leg yield again. So using the right leg and pushing her bum over. Walk on. Good girl. Let's go ahead and trot. Wow, very responsive right off the bat. She's very responsive. And I'm gonna try to keep her along the rail here, just because this is what you do in a show. You want to try to, whoops, easy girl, easy girl. You want to try to keep them as close to the rail as you can for a rail class or a Western Pleasure rail class. Very nice stop, very nice stop. Okay, let's go into the center of the arena and I'm gonna nicely ask her for a backup. I am going to try and use mainly leg and voice commands. I don't want to touch her face at all. So let's go ahead and ask her for a backup. Back, back, back. Beautiful. Wow, I honestly don't know if I've ever ridden a backup that responsive before. One more time. Back, back. Good girl. Perfect. Okay, so another thing that I do in my classes is I do equitation or kind of horsemanship classes. where you basically ask for a pattern. So what I would like to try to ask her and see how well she does it is we are going to trot from here to the fence and then ask for a right lead lope or a canter. So we're going to get her trotting. Walk on. And when we get to the rail, I would like her to right lead lope. Beautiful. Okay. This mare is broke. Very nice. I am solidly impressed, guys. Oh. Very good girl. I think I'm gonna call it quits there. She was just absolutely beautiful. I am so impressed with this mare. Wonderful job. Beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and take her back in the barn and we are gonna try one of the others. So next horse does happen to be a bay gelding, and I was told his name is West, and he is only about 15 hands. He's slightly little, but he is super broke, but he is older. He is actually 21 years old. So I'm not really sure if I want one that old, but he's just a super experienced, seasoned show horse. So that is the only reason why I said that I would look at him, is because sometimes, you know, something that's 21 years old may not really act or look that old. So we are going to check him out and see. I will see you guys in the arena. So he is super stiff already, just walking him out to the arena. So I am actually going to try and lunge him first and just kind of get out any kinks. So let's go ahead, walk on. And just see how he does on the lunge line. Whoops. And trot. Little non-responsive there. Has a nice little jog. And canter. Ooh, okay, we are cantering and flying around. Wow, okay. Ooh, easy, 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 easy. Woo, okay. That was a little bit excited. All right, let's go ahead and change direction. Let's go ahead and change direction. Woo, easy, 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 easy. Oh my goodness. Okay, so this horse is very spooky and does not like to listen to any sort of commands. Walk on. He is very ready to go today, and I'm not really sure why. I already know that I'm not interested in this horse. I do not like horses that do not listen to me on the lunge line. That is never a good sign. I know horses can be very different on the lunge line than they are under saddle, but he was not listening to my commands at all and was pulling my arm off. So just not my cup of tea. I want a horse that's going to be very respectful and stay out of my space. So we're going to go ahead and get back on and take him back in the barn. I'm kind of bummed that this guy isn't going to work out because he sounded perfect, but to me, I just am the type of person that I've bought enough horses that if I don't feel any sort of connection, then it's like, I don't know. So I just feel like that's my gut telling me this isn't the horse for me. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is, and I guess I'll just have to look at others. So the next horse is a 12-year-old 16-hand blue roan mare named Hazel, and I'm partial to mares, so I guess I'm kind of just drawn to the mares. But supposedly she kind of does it all. She does Western pleasure, ranch riding, and she does hunter under saddle as well. So today we're going to kind of try her out as if we were going to do all of that and see what we find. I will see you guys in the arena. So already a much calmer, relaxed ride. She is actually a half-sister to the red roan mare. They share the same dad. So I can definitely see the similarities as far as mind and build and even movement goes. Just even like their build sitting on her and their walk and everything feels very similar. So we're gonna go ahead and walk. Wait till she's done sniffing the ground. Walk on. Perfect. Just a very comfortable ride. You actually feel like you have a horse underneath you. It's not skin and bones. I'm just super excited because I just really feel a connection to these two mares. It's going to be really hard to decide between the two potentially. I still have one more horse to go, you know, but it's just really going to be hard because I just already feel a connection. Her trot is so comfortable, and I can see how you can post to it and how you could do a sitting trot. It's just very easy to manage. All I have to do is just lightly squeeze with my legs and she breaks to a walk. So amazing. Let's go over here to the long wall and I'm gonna ask her to canter off or lope off from a walk. Very nice. That was so controlled and easy. I'm very impressed. Okay, now let's go into the center. Ask her to speed up a little bit and whoa, whoa. Amazing. Guys, this horse, I love her. She is so beautiful. I honestly don't feel like I need any more than that. I feel such a connection with this horse. It's insane. I absolutely adore her. I'm gonna head back into the barn and get the fourth horse and just see, but I'm pretty sure I'm sold. But the next horse may change my mind, so I will see you guys in the barn. So if I had my horse trailer with me right now, I probably would be loading her up and taking her home, but I need to be patient and wait it out and do a vet check. So just to make sure, because you never know, I am actually going to check out the fourth horse here. This is a Palomino gelding. There again, he is sired by the same stallion, so he is a half-brother to the two mares that I've already looked at. His name is Wings, and he is a one-hand Palomino quarter horse gelding, and he is a little bit more on the reining side of things. So he is somewhat Western pleasure, but the trainer told me he kind of can do both. Like if I took him to kind of like a local open Western pleasure show, he probably would do well. If I tried to do breed level, he's definitely more geared toward breed level reining. So let's go ahead and get on and we will see you in the arena. Okay, so the walk in here to the arena from the barn was a smidgen more active, shall we say, than the mares, but not as nervous as the other gelding. So he was just a tidbit like energy filled, but nothing unmanageable whatsoever. So we're gonna go ahead and just get him moving, make him move those feet. So far, I'm loving the trot. This stallion really puts a stamp on his foals as far as the movement goes. They all have very similar trots. We're going to ask him to move out a little bit more at the lope. Unfortunately, this arena isn't really big enough to do a lot of reining maneuvers. But we're going to try our best, so let's go ahead and canter, buddy. Whoops. Okay, all right, we're moving out a little bit more. Not super fast, but faster than a Western pleasure lope. Okay, we like to cut our corners. Let's go ahead and whoa, never a good idea to wool by the gate. So let's get over here. All right, that wasn't the best stop. I personally think he stopped just because that fence was right there. So let's go ahead and see if we can pivot. And we're gonna try from the other direction. Walk on. So we're going to ask for a little bit of an easier lope. There we go. And we're going to try to do a sliding stop this time. Okay, I did ask him to pick up the canter a little bit on this side as well. And we're going to try to ask for a sliding stop. Ooh, almost ran out of fence. Wow, super pretty. Very nice. Okay, so let's go into the middle of the arena. We're gonna try to do a spin in the middle of the arena here. And see what he knows as far as that goes, because apparently this is kind of his specialty so far from what I've heard. Wow, he definitely has that down. Good boy. Oh, that's hard work. Okay, let's try one more spin. Wow, very nice. He's doing amazing at that. So far, I really like this gelding. I really like his mind. He's not quite as responsive as the mares, but he's definitely a trier. And I think because he is a little bit younger, he's only 4 years old, I think that he has a lot more time to mature and go, and a lot more training that can be put on him. So if I was to buy him, it would be more of probably like a project type situation and maybe resale down the road. Let's go ahead and get on, and I will see you guys back at the barn. So this gelding is also definitely a consideration if I wanted more of an all-arounder. I'm really impressed with his mind for being so young, and just the willingness that he has. It's definitely things that I would check off of my list. And as you can see, he keeps nudging my arm, and he's super loving and sweet and just wants to be cuddled. That is also something that I look for a lot of the times in a horse, just because that means they want to be with you. So I actually just got a call from the trainer and the barn owner here, and he told me that he actually has another horse for sale. And I'm like, okay, go on. And he said that it's actually a 2-year-old gelding that is a full brother to the Palomino that I just looked at. And he has even more reining potential, he thinks, than the Palomino does. So I may actually just take him out of the barn and see what he's like to handle. I mean, I'm kind of looking for a little show team here. I really had a lot of money saved, and even though I kind of was going into this just looking for one horse, you really never know. So it's really worth figuring out and seeing, you know, if you connect with the horse or not. So he's super cute. He's kind of little right now, but they said he is about 14'2". He is a darker Palomino than his brother, and he's only 2 years old, so he's not broke yet. He just turned 2. So I have a lot of work ahead of me if I was to buy a youngster like this, but with his bloodlines and his potential and his super sweet, curious personality, this is going to be hard, guys. I have a lot of work ahead of me to think of what decision I want to make, and I need to get all of these horses vetted as well to kind of narrow it down potentially even more. I love his little white socks that he has, super adorable. Okay, so we are going to take him outside and lunge him really quick and just see what he is like. He looks so young and babyish right now, but we're gonna have to kind of keep down to this end of the arena just because there's a lot of boarders right now out and about. So let's go ahead and ask him to walk. Walk on. Walk on. There we go. He's so gorgeous. I love his darker Palomino shade. It's so pretty. And trot. Over here, over here. Oh. Very nice. Good boy. Okay, let's change direction. Come on. Good boy. We could even do like lunge line classes. Walk on. He's super responsive and super quiet. He's actually quieter than his older brother, which is actually nice though, just because like he's even younger. Walk on. So if he's this quiet as a 2-year-old, imagine what he'll be like in even 5-6 years. I'm super impressed, guys. I really don't even need to see more. So I'm just going to take him back in the barn and maybe give him a little groom and just kind of see what he's like on the ground, and we'll go from there. So I just honestly really like how quiet he is on the ground and just how happy he is to be messed with. It's so nice to see a young horse this happy and able and willing to do what you ask. So he's definitely in the running for a prospect. I am definitely going to have my work cut out for me if I get this many horses. So that was it today, guys. I am definitely going to have to make my decision here soon. I have the vet coming out in 2 days to do vet checks. I'm not telling you on who. I think I know who I want to buy, but I'm not going to tell you. It is going to be a surprise and saved for another barn vlog, so stay tuned for that. Thanks so much for joining me in today's adventures here at Moonsong Stables. Please subscribe, stick around, and I'll see you next time. Adios!